Hey guys, Amy Pigeon here. Thanks for stopping by and checking out my channel, and welcome back if you've been here before. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to get this piece of hair out of my mouth that I am eating, and then I'm going to go over my favorite must-have holy grail MAC products of all time. MAC has been one of my favorite brands since I was probably 9 years old. And no, it's not just because I'm technically an on-call employee there. I've been using MAC since I was 8 or 9 years old when I first started getting into MAC or makeup altogether. Yes, I was that kid that got in trouble at school for wearing too much makeup at that young age, but I got into MAC because my mom used MAC. Oh shit, as I dropped my concealer. We are not broken, it's okay. Anyways, my mom always really encouraged me to get into it because she always had the most awesome makeup and really inspired me when I was young, so I wanted to get into it to look like my mom, obviously. And she was all for it because she loves makeup as an artistic medium, not just, you know, a way of changing yourself or to feel better about yourself, but as a true artistic medium. So she was all about me getting into it, and she would buy me MAC products. She really encouraged me to get into makeup and is responsible for making me the makeup monster that I am today, specifically a MAC monster. And I, you know, have been obsessed ever since. They're obviously like one of the #1 players in the game. And if I could only ever use one brand for the rest of my life, it would definitely be MAC, because they have a bit of everything. And today I will be going through with you and explaining what my favorite products are, why I think they're so awesome, and why I think, well, not necessarily why I think, but they're basically my favorite products that I can't find suitable duplicates in other, words. Use your words. I can't find any other suitable duplicates from other brands that I think work as well as these. So without further ado, let's get into my favorite MAC products. So I'm going to start off with priming products and all of that good stuff. So right now, my favorite eye primer is the 24-Hour Extended Eye Base. This has a really nice kind of waxy finish to it, and I like to put it underneath my paint pot as my base to really make it last all day long. So what I do is I put this on from my lash line up to my brow bone, and it just creates like almost like that waxy base makes it like kind of slide, and it fills in any fine lines and really smooths out the surface to work on. So I love this stuff. Next, I'm obsessed with my paint pot. I use Painterly. I find this is a color that works really well with my skin tone. And this is so great because when you use it on top of the 24 Extended Eyewear Primer, it really like blanks out or creates a blank canvas for you to work on. It covers up, you know, any veins showing or discoloration in your eye area and creates a nice blank canvas to work on with your colors. It also creates a nice sticky base for your shadow to stick to and last all day long. And the way this stuff sets, it prevents any creasing in your eyeshadow area. I mean, you might still get a bit of creasing depending on how oily your lids are, but I find for the most part this like keeps my makeup looking pretty good. And I'm not gonna lie, I've slept with my makeup on a few times in my day, and I can almost wake up good to go with my makeup looking okay the next morning, and I'm not embarrassed wearing it in public. I'm gonna have the skincare Nazis on me for that, but anyways, I love this. And then, you know, if you have more yellowish skin tone, soft ochre is a really good option for you, and they have these also in like really fun, beautiful colors to use as bases that will really intensify the color of your shadow if you get a base color that kind of works with your shadow color. Because whenever you put a cream underneath the powder, it just intensifies the color tenfold. So I just like this as like a basic one to use under any color. Okay, my other favorite priming product is the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance in the yellow color. This is phenomenal if you have an oily skin type. So I really like this, especially in my T-zone. Mind you, I use it on the rest of my face. It kind of slightly evens your skin tone and tones down redness while creating like a really smooth surface to work on. Now, this isn't a waxy, silicone-y feeling primer. I know some people really like that type. If you're into that, then this might not be for you. However, this feels a lot lighter on the skin than those really like silicone-y, heavy-duty ones. So if you prefer something that feels lighter, this is totally for you, and it will really control oil and help make your foundation last a lot longer. Next, I have my Pro Longwear Concealer in NW15. This concealer is a game changer for me because I used to always get horrific creasing on my under eye area. And right now, this makeup that you see on right now, I used this primer, my extended eyewear, 24-hour base primer, my paint pot, and this concealer. Since about noon today, I've had all this on. And as you can see, it's entirely crease free. Everything's still looking pretty fresh, I think, apart from my eyelashes, which my bangs have been pushing down. That's nice. Of course, they only catch that while I'm halfway through filming. But anyways, so this helps keep your under eye area completely crease free. It's also a good option if you don't have a paint pot or you just want to buy one or the other to use as your base for your eyeshadow because it's really sticky, so your makeup will stick to it all day long. Crease free again. However, you are going to want to set it with a powder just like you would need to set the paint pot, because although they do set nicely, they're a bit sticky, so you want the powder on top to help make your shadows glide and blend flawlessly other than sticking where it can get a little bit patchy. So you just set it with a translucent powder. But this is also really nice. I like to use it to kind of carve out my brow bone because it's nice and watery. So I find it works well with the hairs around my brow. If I use something too creamy, it doesn't quite glide over top if I want to, you know, maybe go on top of my brow a little bit. So that's why I like the watery texture of this, to be able to do that rather than a cream. And then of course there's Fix Plus, which is a big favorite for many people. This right here is the Yuzu scented one. I don't know why MAC didn't come out with these earlier, the scented ones, because they are game changers. Like this turns, you know, a nice refreshing mist into a spa experience, and I love using this on my brides, although I'm not gonna lie, I like to be selfish and keep it for myself because it was a limited edition, these scented ones. But anyway, Fix Plus is a great way to, you know, just give yourself a couple of spritzes and moisturize your face. It's nice to don't start talking right after while it's in the air because it doesn't taste very good, although it smells good. It's a good way to moisturize your skin before your regular skincare routine, and it's also a way to moisturize your skin when you have all your makeup done. So it's a really great thing if you have dry skin to just carry this around with you. And they have them in the low, I think they're like $12 mini purse sizes for you to carry and travel with. So if you have dry skin, carry that shiz around with you. You know, mist yourself a few times a day once you have your makeup on, so that way, you know, you can keep your skin nice and fresh and moisturized. And it's also a really great way to kind of settle your makeup into the skin and emphasize any highlights you put on. So if you have a nice shimmery, shiny, or pearlescent, whatever highlight, when you add water to it, it just makes it even more glowy. So this is a nice thing to use too if you want to spritz it on your fan brush for when you're doing your highlight on your cheekbones. It also has, I forget what the ingredients were that they talked to us about in training, but it has good stuff in it for your skin. Like it's not like just a water spray like the Evian Mist. It has, I believe, vitamins or minerals or something on here that is good for your skin. So don't think it's too gimmicky. I used to think that it was until I took my MAC beginner training when they hired me back in October or September. Yeah. This stuff's good. Now moving on to my favorite shadows. So I got a few of them, so bear with me here. This is my entire customized MAC palette here. This one right here, which you can't see much of because I've clearly dropped this palette and broken the shadows a million times. Let me know if you can see this, as if like this is live and I can fix it for you. This color right here is called Omega. It's a really nice, light, cool, beigey color, great for filling in. It's a universal color for filling in your brows if you are more fair. So I used to like to do that. That was before I got into the heavy duty kind of fleek brow, which I'm now very obsessed with. But this is a way more natural finish and very good if you are fair. This color right up here is called Coquette. So it's weird because it's kind of green looking, like it's a very cool tone brown color, but it's perfect if you want to go a bit darker with your brow. The reason why this color right here, Coquette, is so great is because people see this color and think, oh my God, that's green. That's not going to work with my brows. But people traditionally go way too warm with their brows and don't even realize it, like going for these kind of reddish brown colors. This is cool and will actually match your brow color. Well, not match, but look a lot more natural. If your brows are too reddish brown, they don't look natural at all, and all people are going to see is the brow on your face. So if you have darker brows, or if you like to play up your brows and make them a bit darker, please try this color. It is incredible. The next color I want to show you guys is one of my favorites, and it's not many people's favorites, but I love it, is Nylon right here. So Nylon is like a yellowy, white color, and it's really shimmery and really frosty, and it is so great as a brow bone highlight or an inner corner highlight, or if you're that pasty, a cheekbone highlight, and for the rest of your face, of course. So Nylon is one of my all-time favorites for that. It is super dramatic, and that's why I love it. And here's another swatch of it here. I look like I have man hands on this camera. I really have small hands, so just letting you guys know. Love that color. It's a little pigmented and dramatic for some people, so if you try this, you know, try going light with it at first, and then you can go a bit heavier with it. If you decide you really like that style, some people don't, but I certainly do. Another one, I suppose it's easier if I just take this out of the palette, is Dazzlelight. So this is kind of like Nylon again, but it has more pinky undertones rather than yellow. So let me swatch this. I'm going to swatch this next to Nylon on my hand. This one on the bottom is Dazzlelight, and the one on the top is Nylon. So again, really great color for the same purposes of Nylon. Inner corner highlight, brow bone highlight, or even the rest of your face if you want. Another color that I absolutely adore is Antique. So we're moving a bit away from the, well, I mean, it's still a reddish, nice warm brown, so it is a little bit neutral, but I mean, we're moving away from the colors you can use with any look. So I love this. It's a really nice, warm, shimmery brown, super pigmented. I just love the MAC metallic formulas. It's just so beautiful, this brown. It's more like a kind of coppery reddish brown, and it looks so good for making blue eyes pop. So that's Antiqued, one of my favorite more neutral colors for MAC. Next we have here, so here's my MAC kind of blue, yellow, and green palette. Coppering. Coppering is a really great, more copper, reddish, rusty color. Again, so nice on blue eyes. So let me swatch that guy for you. So again, another really pigmented, nice metallic formula. I'm gonna swatch that on my hand right next to Antiqued. So the top is Coppering, underneath that is Antique. It is so, so beautiful. And last but certainly not least, this is probably my most favorite MAC eyeshadow of all time, is Cranberry right here. So again, it's another frosty, metallic, warm color. Surprise, surprise. I love my warm colors with blue eyes. They just make them pop so much. And I love this color in the fall. I love this color year round, and it's really appropriate for the fall. So there it is at the bottom there. It is so pretty. I think I'm kind of allergic to this color actually, because my eyes always water when I wear it. So I must be allergic to the red dye in it or something. But anyway, I love this color. Nothing makes my eyes look bluer than that color. So now I'm gonna get into a couple of my favorite pigments. Vanilla is one of my favorite ones. This one has, again, it's kind of like what Dazzlelight I imagine would look like in pigment form, only a little bit more pink. So here I am just picking up the pigment, so you can't really see the color here, but again, it's another really, really frosty white. And I'm gonna swatch that on my hand. So this is, of course, good for, you know, highlighting your inner corners, your brow bone, if you don't mind getting a bit more of a pinkish opalescent finish or sheen to it. You could also use it on your cheekbones too if you want to go a bit more pink. That's it right there. I'm not sure the camera's picking up how pink it is. I think so. But yeah, really, really pretty color. Another one I love that I only recently got because of Nikki Tutorials and Patrick Star here on YouTube. They use these colors all the time, or this glitter all the time, and it is so, so pretty. Is the Reflex glitter in Reflex Pearl. So I'm not going to swatch it on my hand because that'll be a disaster. Hopefully we can see how glittery and pretty this looks. All right, well, let's just hope that works. This is beautiful to use, again, on the inner corner of your eyes or even all over your lid if you want to go a little crazy with the sparkles. It is so beautiful. Another pigment I am absolutely obsessed with, even though I never use it, which is ridiculous because it's so gorgeous, is MAC's Melon pigment. It has like such a beautiful, like pinky, peachy, orangey, goldy tone to it. How am I going to swatch this? I'm running out of real estate on my hand. Okay, I'm going vertical. I'm going vertical against everything. And it almost like reflects a little bit green too, which is weird, but so pretty. It is such a great lid color. So that is the Melon pigment as well. And a reason why I like to, why I tend to shy away from using these pigments so much, even though I love them, is because they can be a bit messy and hard to work with. So if you use a bit of MAC's mixing medium, which I believe you can only buy from their pro stores or online, it kind of just mixes it in with the pigment and makes it not fall out as much. You can also use their Fix Plus spray like onto a brush and help it not fall out while you're applying it. All right, so moving on to face powders. I think the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish is like irreplaceable. Not replaceable, irresistible. My grammar ain't so good. Or vocab, I should say. Anyways, this powder, why I love this so much is because it's meant to look like skin. And I really like to use it as a bronzer rather than a finishing powder because it looks like skin. If you are more fair, like myself, you might have trouble finding a good bronzer that doesn't look too orangey on you. And that's exactly why I like this. Because like I just said, it's meant to mimic skin. So it's not too warm. It is a little bit more cool, or it looks more cool on the skin rather than having that orangey finish. So you can add a lot more of a bronze tanned effect without looking like an Oompa Loompa if you use this and if you are fair. It also adds like such a beautiful satin finish to your foundation. So it's just so beautiful and so natural and really lightweight feeling. It blends like a dream, and I love this powder. I use medium deep as a bronzer. If I wanted to use it as an actual finishing powder, I'd probably use something a little bit lighter. So those skin finishes aren't just wicked awesome bomb as bronzers or finishing powder. If you get the super shimmery ones, they are so nice as highlighters. So the kind of classic nice one that they have that is their, you know, best seller for highlighters is Soft and Gentle. This guy right here. Soft and Gentle it's like a really soft peachy pink, but it's pretty kind of cool and silvery on the white side. So this is nice if you're a bit more fair. Now, if you're like on the verge of transparent, pasty, ghosty fair, I would probably use Lightscapade, which is their like almost pure white highlighter. But I like Soft and Gentle for my skin tone. Now my other favorite, this is actually my all-time favorite, but it's a limited edition and I only have one extra, so God help me if I ever lose one or break one. But this is Perfect Topping right here. So it is a little bit more pigmented on the color front, a little bit more pinky peachy than Soft and Gentle. So I'm going to swatch that next to Soft and Gentle for you to see. The top is going to be Perfect Topping and the bottom is Soft and Gentle. Anyway, I just love that color for that perfect summer, healthy, beautiful, glowing glow. And also if you have a darker skin tone, Gold Deposit is where you want to be. So that's this guy right here. Sometimes I might just throw a little bit of this all over my face to give myself, you know, a nice bronze tan glow, but I kind of have to have a tan to begin with to do that. Otherwise this is just way too intense and dark on me. But this is beautiful if you have darker skin tones. So I have this in my kit, obviously, for clients when they do weddings because this doesn't really work on me. Here it is at the bottom. So yeah, if you're fair, you can only handle this if you just want to add a bit of shimmer to your whole face and kind of mix it in with the rest of your routine. But it certainly can't be the hero product because it's way too dark for you. And of course, adding to the whole Mineralize lineup is my favorite Mineralize blush. This is Petal Power. This color, you guys, is everything. Like, I don't care to use any other blush ever, and if MAC ever stops selling it, I'm gonna kill myself. Like, I couldn't find it online once, but they still had it in store, so I hope that doesn't mean they're not selling it anymore. But this color is so beautiful. It is a pinky peachy gold color. It really gives such a beautiful glow in the summer, and well, I like to use it all year round. But that's it on the top. It is so beautiful, you guys, and of course blends like a dream, being the skin finish formula. It is so beautiful. And I've sold a few of these in my day because I'm such an evangelist of this and push it so hard because it just gives such a beautiful peachy glow. I'm wearing it right now with Perfect Topping. I don't know how like the camera's picking it up because all I have is a ring light and I don't have any like blinding soft boxes, but I love this blush. Oh, and other products which I'm obsessed with, which I should have mentioned before when I was going over primers and concealers, are the, what do we call these? The Pro Conceal and Correct palettes. So they come in 4 different shades. They come in light, medium, medium deep, and dark. So you really will only need one of these tops, and that's only if your skin tone changes. But if you are a new makeup artist and trying to streamline your kit to make it cheaper, and even if you're not new but you just want it to be lighter, you can carry these 4 palettes around with you. Just mix into it a little bit of Care Blends essential oils or a primer or moisturizer or something to thin it out and make your own foundations. So then you'll have, so we've got 6, 12, 18, we have 24 colors you have here, and you could basically customize your own foundations using these rather than having to spend, you know, 50 bucks a pop on all the different foundation colors, which will put you into debt pretty quick and pretty hard. So I love these. They're about 50 bucks a pop and you get 6 colors with it and 2 corrector shades in each one. I think these are great great value. Other blushes that I really like is their basic blush line right here. So Peaches is one of my favorite peach tones. I just get some of that hot pink in there. Oh shit balls, I did. So there's Peaches. Really, really nice peach tone, flattering on most skin tones. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch that vertically with my handful of swatches. I prefer my shimmers on myself, but when people want matte colors, I usually just go for Peaches or another matte pink or plum from MAC. And then Blunt right here is one of my favorites to contour with. I find this is good on people with fair to medium skin tones as a contour color. You don't want to go too heavy with it because you can be looking dirty pretty fast with it, I find. Here's what Blunt looks like. So it's a nice contour shade. It's a little bit warm, so again, you don't want to go too heavy with it, but MAC doesn't really have any other standalone blushes that fit in these palettes. That's the thing. I want like the Pro palette one, so I just use this. And now for my favorite lip products. So the MAC Prep and Prime lip is a really great one. This fills in fine lines and gives your lips a little bit of a waxy coating so that lipstick or lip gloss or whatever you're applying there, lip liner, it basically fills in the lines, so whatever you're applying smooths on perfectly and creates that really smooth velvety lip texture, I guess. So again, your lipstick or whatever you're applying just goes on smoothly and beautifully. It won't sink into fine lines because the primer kind of fills that out for you, and it also makes your lipstick last a lot longer and will stop you from getting that awful line in there. Lipstick that's too light for you, you'll get like that awful ring in there, which I sometimes get when I wear Hue or Myth, but I love those light colors. But this helps prevent that a lot, this lip primer. Now I'm going to get into my favorite nude lipsticks. So my probably all-time favorite is Hue. I just love this color on almost anybody. It's a really sheer finish and it has like a pinky, peachy, nudie color to it that I just love for my everyday lipstick. So here's Hue. Focus, focus. Can we see this? I don't know if we can see this. Hue's such a great color though. This is one of those ones that's really light, but I'll get like that kind of ring of concealer looking shit along here because it's so pale on me, but it takes a while to get to that point, and if you keep reapplying throughout the day or use that lip primer, it's not as bad. Another one of my favorites is Myth. Myth is like a pure concealer color almost, and it's a little bit more saturated than Hue, but it still has a really satin kind of glossy finish to it. So it's not as sheer, it's more pigmented, but still glossy up top. So here above Hue is Myth. So this is what Crispy uses on YouTube here. She uses this all the time. I find as I'm getting older, it can be a little too pale on me, or if I wear like a heavy duty blackout smoky eye and use this, it used to be super hot, but now I'm like, I look like a ghost in it. Like it's too light. So I feel like you need to be younger if you're gonna pull this off with a heavy duty smoky eye. If you're not going as blackout with your smoky eye and you're just doing, you know, a brown smoky eye or something a little bit more toned back, I think you can pull Myth off at, you know, a little bit older of an age, but it certainly isn't something that's gonna work for anybody all the time at any age. Peach Stock is another one of my favorite nudes. So this one is completely matte. Oh, sorry, I lied. This is a satin finish, so just like Myth. And here's Peach Stock up here. This is just such a nice, like, true nude peach. It looks really great if you have fair to medium skin tones, probably if you have darker ones too, if you want to go for more of the Myth nudie effect. And I love this color. The other nude but not really nude one that I love is Please Me. So Please Me is a full-blown matte. This is a nice pink. It's so nice for everyday makeup if you just want a little bit more of a pop of color. Really great again on fair and medium and even dark skin tones. It's just such a great pink color. Not offensive to the eye. It pleases you, as the name implies. Now for my more vampy girls, here are some of the gorgeous, more intense intense colors from MAC that I'm obsessed with. So Ruby Woo is my favorite red. Russian Red is the more blue red that's meant to make your teeth look really white. Ruby Woo is more of that fire engine. I wouldn't say orangey red because it's not an orangey red. Like, it's just like a bright red. And there it is. I mean, relative to Russian Red, it's certainly orangey red, but according to red standards, I would just call that a bright red. Wouldn't even say that's orangey red. Again, this is a matte formula. This one feels really drying on the lips, but I just love this red color so, so much. And then if you want to go more vampy with something dark, Diva's a great color. This was selling like hotcakes last fall at MAC. Probably sold like 2 or 3 of these a day. So here's Diva. Diva is just like a really great burgundy color, which will be perfect for this fall, especially since Marsala is the color of the year and this kind of plays towards that. And if you want to go even more vampy, we have Cyber. Cyber is a satin finish, maroony purple, like a dark, really vampy, gothy purple. And I love it. It is so glam. And then last but not least, we have here Candy Yum Yum. So this is my lipstick palette of all my lipsticks I ruined to put in a palette for the sake of convenience. It was a hard day, you guys, but it had to happen. Anyway, so here's my lipstick palette, and this guy right here, Candy Yum Yum, which is what my friend Chloe Goodchild used in our Barbie tutorial actually. This is just such a pretty, gorgeous, hot pink. The hottest pink out there I've ever seen. Anyway, I absolutely love this color. I don't wear it enough because I'm all about the liquid lipsticks these days because I want something that's going to last really long on my lips, but that color is just stunning. And I hear MAC is launching liquid lipsticks this fall, so hold on to your wallets, ladies and gentlemen, and your bank accounts because they're gonna take a hit in the fall, or mine is anyways, because I love liquid lipsticks. They're low maintenance in that you can wear them all day and eat in them and not worry about it getting all over your face. You really only need to like fix it up or reapply it maybe every few hours tops. So I'm gonna be buying a lot of those from MAC when they come out in the fall. And of course, these are the Bomb Diggity, the MAC wipes. I always get the 100 sheets pack, the large one. They have them in smaller convenient packs to carry with you that only have a few sheets in them. They also have ones that have, I think, is it 30 or 50 as an in-between size. And the reason I like these is because I feel like they're the best value for your money. You get the best bang for your buck with these ones. I've looked at Sephora ones and they work out to being something like more than $1 a sheet or around $1 a sheet. Whereas these are, what do these cost? I feel like they're around 20 bucks with the pro discount for 100 sheets or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. If you don't have the pro discount, they're a little bit more expensive, but they're still relatively affordable to other packs on a per wipe basis. So you really get the most wipes for the lowest price with this big value pack. And again, I forget what it was that they said is in these, but at our MAC onboard training or our training program they send all the new MAC artists to, they said there's all sorts of like good stuff in this for you. So not only does it remove your makeup, but I believe it moisturizes and leaves, and it's filled with good vitamins and minerals and all that good stuff for your skin. I don't know exactly what, but there's good stuff in here for your skin, just like the Fix Plus. So it's not just taking off your makeup, it's leaving some good stuff behind too. As for skincare, the MAC Strobe Cream is a game changer. I think this is the most understated, like overlooked MAC product that is out there. I use this Strobe Cream. So first off, it's a heavy duty moisturizer, but I used the Strobe Cream on a photo shoot once and it bounces back the light on the model's face to look like they're photoshopped when they're not photoshopped, like in the raw in-camera photo. It is incredible. And the girl I was using it on didn't even have like amazing skin either. So this stuff moisturized her skin, made her foundation go on beautifully, and then it bounced the light off in flash photography. That's where this really shines, to make her skin look like perfection. Now, if you're just using this in real life use, which I do every day as my moisturizer before my makeup, it will create a nice glow. So what's so cool about this is that it looks like it's just white when it goes on. I'm all out of this. We'll see if I can even show you on camera because my hands are so stained with lipstick. So it just goes on white, but I don't know if you guys can see this. It has like a pearl, you probably can't, bugger. It has like a pearlescent, pinky glow to it. So when you move your hand in the light, it reflects pink. And it doesn't really look like that on your skin. It just comes through as a glow even underneath your foundation. And again, in photography, reflects the light to make you look photoshopped. It is incredible. I shit you not. It's a game changer. Well, that's it for today, guys. So I hope you liked my kind of review of my MAC must-have holy grail products. So if you did, you know the drill. Be sure to give this video a big old thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and leave any requests for future tutorials you want to see in the comment box below. Until next time, take care, guys.